Hello, magical souls. How are you doing? So I had not planned to come and do a live stream today, but I'm just sitting here. I was in the creating mode, and this messages just wanted to come through. So I thought I would hit live and say hello to you. So happy 1st of May if you are joining live or watching the replay. Right now or today. Yeah, brand new month, so I'm feeling the energies. It's always a great time to kind of refresh and start over, and also continue all the magic that we've been creating. But I love that kind of first day of the month anyway. I like to utilize it, but we do not need the first of the month, of course, to create magic, right? But let's use it if we love using it. So for those of you, in case you're new to my page, and I know quite a few people are more recently, I'm Marie Fleming Grant, and I'm founder of the Awake Revolution, and I am a channel, and me and my guides are very much here, and we're going to do this in today's live stream to remind you of who you are. And my whole entire business is designed and created around helping you really drop the baggage, wake up the real you, and revolutionize how you think, feel, live, create to be all of who you came here to be, because so many of us came here on a mission. So my messages particularly have been attracting many more people in, say, in the last couple of years at least, people who are very similar to me. You may not know that you're here on a mission in a direct way. You might feel a sense of belonging to something bigger. You might be someone who just has a stirring or a pull towards this message, me right here, or similar. Or you might be souls that I've already connected with, that you're very aware and clear that absolutely you're here on a mission. So it looks all different for all of us, different ways of doing that. But really, I'm here to help you remember and remind you of what you already know. So I believe that anything I share, anything I channel is not really new. It might feel like it is sometimes, or it might sound like it is, but it's very much about activating what is already inside you. Because in case you forgot, and this is what today's kind of fairly short-ish live stream, we'll see how it goes, is to remind you that you are a higher consciousness being. So let's just interrupt your day. There's just some very direct messages to come through this for you right now. We want to interrupt your day, your Monday, or whatever day this message finds you, to interrupt your kind of autopilot living, if in case you've just got caught in that for a moment today. And we want to interrupt you to remind you that you are a higher consciousness being, and you dropped into your physical form, remember. And it's okay if you don't consciously remember. You dropped into the physical form to have this experience on the earth plane. You wanted to grow and develop yourself, and this is such a great planet to do all those things. And you wanted to drop down into this particular planet to continue on your soul growth. It's also an interesting time that you decided to do this, because obviously with current craziness in the world, all of the things that have been unfolding in the last few years, the manipulations, the deceptive nature of things, all sorts of agendas and so on, you also came to participate in this transition, because the earth, as you know, or if you don't know, this is fine, this is just reminding you, the earth herself, she is going through this massive shifting in frequency and vibration. And so if the fact that we're here right now is because we very much wanted to be here as part of this, and to witness it, to observe it, and to participate in how we are creating our lives, and just being here to basically help uplift the entire planet with the frequency that we are creating in, and the frequency in which we're living. So to some of you that makes a lot of sense, I know. To some of you, if you're not quite sure about that, we invite you just to stay open. It may be that you receive some more messages after this in any of my other live streams, or you might come across another synchronistic message somewhere. So just understand and trust that you are receiving messages exactly as you're supposed to right now. There's a lot of synchronicity happening, a lot of divine timing in place. So know that these messages and things like this land and find you in exactly the right moment. So it's just for you to receive as far as you're comfortable. Okay. And like I said, I haven't planned this live stream is just very spontaneous. I was just here in my office. So I hadn't planned this at all. Okay, so it just some messages are coming through, and I'll just see what else And just for those of you who are new to me, I channel the High Arcturian Council and the High Angelic Realm, and they are beautiful beings, very much here to help us, help assist humanity, and us individually as well as collectively. And they are the most loving, expansive beings as well. Okay, so another message that wants to come through for you is to remind you, this is just soul reminders, to remind you that to pull yourself out. Okay, so we're just like pulling you right now out of any stuckness, any limitations, any smallness, any boxed in energy, and reminding you to take a breath and reminding you that you can start to create newness in any given moment. So no matter what's gone on before, no matter where you think you are right now, or where you may or may not be feeling like you're heading, we want to remind you, they're saying, that you can breathe in this moment and start over. So imagining you have this clean slate energy that we all have access to, and we want to remind you that you get to release and let go of the heaviness and the stagnancy of yesterday, of previous times, even today, depending on what time of day you're tuning into this. And we want to remind you that you get to decide and intend in the moment that you are shifting on another trajectory. Okay, so what my guides often show me is if I ever am in this kind of like, and I have my moments, right, where I'm like sulky, or I get a bit stuck, or I'm like, I don't even know what I'm doing or how I'm doing it or what my purpose is, and I doubt everything about myself, because occasionally that happens. I remind myself, and my guides remind myself, that if you can just see yourself on that track that you don't like, and all you need to do is, and you can even shift your direction when you do this, is literally shift yourself like this, put yourself on this new track. It is as easy as that. Well, it's as simple as that. It's not always easy, depending on the stuff that you've got to clear. But we want to remind you that you get to just shift in this moment. Tell yourself you are choosing to go in a new direction, even if you don't know what's ahead of you in this direction. You're choosing to go in this new trajectory. Why? Because you've chosen to, you've decided that you will, you are that powerful. You get to focus, you get to click yourself back into the direction of your choosing, and then understand and know that the next piece will be brought to you, the next piece, and your job is just to take one step at a time. But the most important thing is to really tune in and see, are you on the course that you are happy with? Are you on the course that feels like the highest level for you right now? If you are, wonderful, keep going. And if you're not, just shift yourself over. Literally do it now as you're receiving this message. Shift yourself, decide that you're going to take off in this direction, because the message is that you are created beings with an immense amount of power. And because the planet has programmed humanity for thousands of years into believing that they are merely physical human bodies that just go through the motions and are very limited, humanity as a collective has believed this. And so now it is time for more higher consciousness beings to be activated. This includes you, if you're listening to this message, to start to get into a remembrance of your true creator power, the fact that you are not just a human form, you are in the human form, having the human experience, but you are a higher consciousness being. We are wanting to share this with you now to start bringing this up into the mainstream more. My intention also is to talk about this a lot more. It is not woo-woo. We're going to release that phrase. We're going to release that phrase of kind of maybe being a bit spiritual, maybe, and we're going to start owning the fact that this is who we are. We're going to start owning this, knowing that it is time to release all of that bullshit now, right now in this moment, of you being anything other than a divine creator being. So we're just bringing some of this fire energy for you to ground into, breathing that truth in right now, allowing your body to feel this. And they're saying, as you breathe this truth in, as you receive this message, and if you're tuning in halfway, you can always rewind and receive the entire message in completion. But as you breathe this in, notice that you may feel that you wish to sit straighter. You may feel that you wish to take up more space. Just be aware that you are in this physical space. You may feel that you are stronger, taller, in your power. You may feel that you, even if you do not consciously remember certain aspects of your multidimensional nature, you may just get a sense that there is more to you. There is more to you than this human form. It is time to start remembering. It is time to start trusting. It is time to start creating in the true nature of your power. You are that powerful. It is time to release old paradigms. It is time to step away from old patterns. It is time to start shifting your thoughts, releasing those things that do not align with you anymore. People, places, situations, circumstances, release, release, release. Breathing that in. Okay, stirring some of these energies up. Okay, so that was a lot more potent and fiery than I had thought, but this is the message that wants to come through today. Okay, are we done? Yeah, okay. So we'll just kind of touch as well. I had 3 cards out. I was just kind of tuning into what's going on, as I often do when I create my content. And I pulled these 3 cards, and we're just going to touch on them for this message as well, because actually each of you are going to be on slightly different stages. So we have these 3 cards, and they just kind of built the picture that just came out. So the first one is the crumbling, and this is a powerful card where it's all about things crumbling, right? Things kind of breaking down, feeling heavy, and notice beyond the darkness there's beautiful flowers and light. So yeah, things about what are you clinging to, holding on to. So it's, some of you might be in that now where you're going through that heavy, kind of intense, confused, lost period. And if you are, know that this is okay. This is only just part of the transformation and the journey. So there's nothing that goes wrong. People here often feel that they're screwing up. You're not. I've been through this many, many times. Just trust this. Know that you have to crumble some things in order to, move forward. It might be your identity that you're holding on to. It might be how you feel in your body. It might be relationships, so many things. So let the crumble happen. You may have moved through this. You may be in this now. Either way, totally fine. And then the second card that came through as a result of that is the transformation. Once you've gone through the dismantling, the crumbling, we go through this transformation, cellular level, physical, emotional, mental. Things are really changing inside of you. So you start to shift and become a different version of yourself, right? So again, at this point, this can also be sometimes confusing, sometimes confronting. Who are you really? What is really aligning with you? And starting to make changes in your life, your business, your creativity, whatever you're focusing on, really stepping into that transformation, which brings up things. So again, these two go hand in hand. We have the crumble, we have the transformation. It's just how, if you just understand it as a process, nothing is going wrong. And then the third part of this, which is the good bit, is leap. Again, though, for some of you, this might feel confronting and scary. It's saying you go first, the universe will catch you. And so some of you are more at that stage where you're more taking action, moving forwards, and you're not sure. So it's about trusting, taking the leap, remembering that as a divine creator being, you don't have to have all the steps figured out. We need the next step because obviously we need a direction, but you don't have to have all the steps, which is a reason why I no longer in my business I don't plan for the quarter. Screw that. That is gone a long time ago. I don't plan for the next 3 months or any of that, 2 months. I really go week to week. Now that just works for me. But the reason it works is because there's such expansive energies. I can't really plan. Even if I try to plan my content and my messages for 2 weeks time, it wouldn't make sense to me because I'm shifting all the time. So I'm doing week by week at the moment. So choose whatever feels resonant for you, but know that there's this process that's happening. There's a hell of a lot going on and shifting. So I guess the message really is to know and trust that you're where you need to be. You're not screwing up, you're not getting it wrong, but there is this uncomfortable dismantling, but it's about remembering and stepping into now. We've got to do it. We've got to start really, really stepping into our power. We are doing it, but more of us now are going to start to do this. So it's going to take some courage. It's going to take some fire. Sometimes it's going to take some resilience. We're going to tap into some magic, but know that we are here for this. This is literally why we came. So we are just reminding you, me and my guides today, direct soul reminder from me to you, from them to you, to remind you of who you are. You are a divine soul. Okay, so I will leave you with that message. In the description of this, wherever you're watching, you can find a link to check out all the ways I have. I have a book, my book that I published. A lot of that will help activate you, and especially if you're going through, that's a good one if you're going through some stuff, or if you just want to kind of look at the bigger picture. That's a very activating book. Above and Beyond, I've got ways to work with me. I've got free classes, I've got sessions, packages, a whole manner of things. So the link is above. You can just browse in your own time. Find me on whichever platforms you like hanging out on most. But yes, direct soul reminder from us to you. And we send you so much love. All right. Okay, very unplanned, but there you go. I'm going to go back to my kind of behind the scenes stuff now. Okay, so lots of love and happy 1st of May. Enjoy the rest of your month. I hope it's an amazing month, or whenever you're listening to this, and I'll see you soon. Okay, take care.